don't worry, I was not gonna keep you waiting long. Also because I gotta get this information out of my head. This is info dump number 2 about the Captain America scores and how they are literally telling what's happening in the respective movies or shows. Again, I took notes more than I thought I would take. And I will do my best to explain this to non-band geek kids. Again, stay the fuck with me. Let's do a quick review of part 1, shall we? We have the original Captain America theme, which we first hear in First Avenger. It's a very traditional military-style march, 4/4 time, which is 4 beats per measure, a very, very steady syncopation. We have major chords and movements that invoke positivity and feelings of triumph. It's very apple pie, very indicative of the time period in which First Avenger takes place. World War II, or as I like to call it, America's girl boss era. If you need an explanation of that, go to part 1. It's giving ideal America, the America that a lot of people like to believe America really is. The score is composed by Alan Silvestri, starting with Captain America Winter Soldier. Henry Jackman takes over. This is the movie where Steve Rogers realizes that America's kind of an asshole, and in response takes down an entire government agency. We have a score that is switching between 5/4 time and 6/4 time, and also goes back to 4/4 time. It's 3 time signatures, very annoying, very unsteady, represents inner conflict and disillusionment. We have a lot of minor chords and movements that are falling to invoke anxiety and despair. In some parts, the snare drum is still there, which brings it back to that soldier mentality and a sense of duty, but maybe a sense of duty to something else. Okay, Civil War. I actually had to listen to this a lot over the past week because I very often forget that Civil War is Captain America 3 and not Avengers 2.5. It's Avengers 2.5. And this is very interesting because the end title theme of Civil War is basically the theme from Captain America Winter Soldier. It's Steve's new theme, but with a broken variation of the Avengers theme overlaid on top of it. Variation usually means it's using the same notes, but they're kind of in different order. But you still know it's that theme. A broken, fragmented variation of the Avengers theme. Broken, fragmented Avengers. Do I need to explain any further? Because I won't. Pretty on the nose. Good job, Henry. Now, another movement that's overlaid over this theme is the music that's actually playing when Steve and Bucky jump Tony for his lunch money. Obviously, a big plot point of the movie. We got 3 things that the music is covering right now. Steve still being disillusioned and pissed off that the government is on some bullshit. The Avengers falling apart. This conflict with Tony. I didn't even play it for you guys. We move to where there's some light. Okay, so we still have those minor chords and falling movements that invoke anxiety and a feeling of your heart falling into your ass. What's interesting is that there's actually more of a mix of major chords in there, way more than it was for Captain America Winter Soldier. And those major chords are mainly coming from the Avengers theme. The major chords invoke joy, positivity, hope. Perhaps foreshadowing that there's hope for the team. I don't know. The name of this theme is called Cap's Promise, which refers to the end of Civil War when Steve gives Tony that flip phone and the note that's basically like, if you ever need help, just give me a call and I will come running, I promise. Here's where it gets really good. Falcon and the Winter Soldier. Sam Wilson is Captain America now. And he needs a theme. He's a black man. Gotta make this black without being too obvious and weird about it. Actually, Sam's theme is very similar to Steve's theme from Captain America Winter Soldier. Actually, it's literally a variation of Steve's theme, which I think is really sweet because they were friends. It's special because it is Steve's legacy to pass this on to Sam, and Sam can now make it his own. That's what happens in the music. Let me play some shit. So this is Steve's. This is Sam. But now we got some different shit here. Sam's theme is constantly in 4/4 time. It does not change time signatures like Steve's. That means it goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, the entire theme. This indicates confidence, dependability. Sam is a black man. He knows what's up. He ain't confused about shit. Whereas Steve's theme is mostly minor chords, Sam's theme actually has a good mix of minor and major chords. We're invoking sadness, discomfort, but also positivity and joy and hope. It's almost like the black experience. But what would I know? The triumphant chords with the brass, that's back. The falling movements are kind of gone. Now the movements are climbing. They're more in a let's get shit done mood. Not in the mood that we've been in with Steve for the past 2 movies that's kind of been like, fuck. But how do we make this black? And also, Sam is from New Orleans. How do we pay homage to that? In the background, we hear a blues guitar, organ, very reminiscent of like Southern Baptist vibes. I think if you listen to some of the percussion in the background, it kind of sounds like tribal drums. If you listen closely, the low strings are playing in what I believe to be a hip-hop-like syncopation. But it's not obvious. Also, the name of this theme is Louisiana Hero. Fitting. Lastly, I noticed that Steve's theme from Captain America Winter Soldier, it ends on a low note, like it descends into this low, like, duh. But Sam's theme ends on a literal triumphant high note. It ends on like a da 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 da. I'm sorry, y'all know I can sing better than that. Oh, I forgot, you know what's still in here? Snare drums. And Sam was still a soldier. He's still a military man, and we're calling back that soldier mentality. But again, the other things going on in the theme are indicating that Sam isn't necessarily like loyal to the United States government. He is loyal to whatever is right. A lot of the touches incorporated indicate how Sam's heritage as a black man is very much a part of him taking the mantle as Captain America. So, yeah. So that's it. That's my deep dive analysis on every single score for every single Captain America movie and show. All because one person asked a question in the comments and I went ham. So I hope you enjoyed it. I can also info dump on the scores for every Black Panther movie and Shang-Chi. Again, y'all asked for this. Don't be mad that this video is 6 minutes long. Hat notes!